Hey everyone, remember the E2E podcast is back. If you want the latest youth football tea, the latest team updates, and insider stories from our VA football world, you don't want to miss a new episode every few weeks. Tune in, stay informed, and get ready for another legendary season. Listen now on our YouTube channel. It's time for another exciting season of E2E youth football, starting with Friday Night Lights April the 4th and weekly games starting Saturday, April the 5th. E2E is bringing the action, and they want you there. Bring your family, your friends, and let's pack the stands to support our student athletes as they compete, grow, and dominate the field. E2E is having a tournament this June. Mark your calendars, spread the word, and we'll see you on game day. This June, E2E Football is hosting their inaugural AAU Invitational Tournament. Visit their website for more info at e2efootball.com. Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board. Is one of 39 Virginia community services boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back for our second contest in tonight's Friday Night Lights event here for E2E. I'm Darrell Owens, LegacyMaker Sports Network. We've got a fun matchup on our hands. We've got the Central Virginia Tigers taking on the JR Panthers. Looks like the Panthers will be getting the ball first. The Tigers will be kicking the ball off. To get things rolling here in our final matchup of the night. We saw the Metro Rams defeat the Henrico Chargers in our first matchup 14-6. And so we'll see how this one plays out as we continue opening night here for E2E football in our spring season here in 2025. So the Tigers will be kicking the ball off to get this one underway. Got a couple of Panthers back there. Number one, Tajay Samuels is back there to receive. Number 41, Ladarius Williams will kick the ball off. And that one will go into the, oh, we got a fight to get, so wait a minute, this is not what we want to see early in this one. And the guys have to get broken up. Great job by the players and the officials of breaking that up. You know, things getting a little testy earlier. You know, hey, look, it's football. You're going to have these moments. Both teams are charged up to try to get things rocking and rolling this one, but a great job by the referees and the players on both sides for stopping the guys from getting it a little bit out of hand there, but a great job on both sides. So you're going to, I expect nothing but an intense matchup from this point on in this one. It looks like we'll see if cooler heads have prevailed. I think they're going to be re-kicking the football off. as Ladarius Williams will give it another shot. So the offside and penalties on both sides. So coaches are going to let their players know, hey, you can't do those things to get things started. You got to be smart. Here, we haven't even got things rolling. You got to be smart here. You got to play smart football, and you don't want to do anything to hurt the team. So great job for coaches on both sides, just trying to get cooler heads to prevail. As Williams will get prepared to kick the ball off, we'll start this over. And so after the penalty, this will have Williams kicking the ball from the 45-yard line. And Tajay Samuels back to receive, but this one will be a scribbler, which is grabbed and taken at the 36-yard line. And we'll see the JR Panthers get things started in this one offensively. So here we go, 1st and 10, sitting at the 37-yard line here for the Panthers. Panthers with a receiver up top and one at the bottom, 2 backs in the backfield. Maybe 3 backs now. 3 backs in the backfield. Quarterback's in the gun, and we've got a timeout and by the Panthers. So I don't think Coach Atkinson liked what he saw there. They're going to try to figure some things out, and we'll be back here in just a second. A minute into the game, and unfortunately, we haven't had offensive play yet. We'll see if that changes here when we get back from the commercial break. I'm Darrell Owens, LegacyMaker Sports Network. So kind of a quick timeout there. These have felt that way. 1st and 10. Man in motion. QB in the gun. There's the pitch to the outside. Trying to get things moving and grooving there. And a nice run there by Samuels. And Samuels will pick up about, looks like he picked up close to 6 yards on that one. It'll be 2nd and 4. So 2nd and 4 here for the Panthers. They're sitting at the 43-yard line. Here, 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter. And a lot of talent on both of these teams. You're going to see these young men playing at the high school level in the fall. So you get a chance to see a little bit of that right now here with E2E and get to see the development. There's a give. And number 0 trying to get to the outside, and he is going to get brought down. A great run by Royal Bailey, or at least trying to get to the outside there, Royal Bailey, but it was a great job by the Tiger defense to get over there and get the stop. So now it'll be, well, it's going to be 2nd down. They got a penalty on this one, 5 yards, and that will send the Panthers back. So 2nd and 9. And I apologize, I turned my head for a second there, assuming that was a false start. But we won't assume. But it was a 5-yard penalty against the Panthers. 7 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the first quarter. And it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 38. So 2 receivers up top, 1 at the bottom. Do it 2 backs. Jacobs looking for it, and it is almost intercepted. That was a great effort there by number 23, Darrell Bailey Jr., who was there to break it up for the Tigers. So 3rd and 9. So the Panthers still trying to get their offensive juices going here. But 3rd and 9. 6 minutes and 41 seconds left in the first quarter. Jacobs in the gun here. 2 backs, 3 receivers. Jacobs, they go for the same play, and it is intercepted, this time by Bailey Jr. They tried to test him for the 2nd time, and Bailey said, you may have almost got me the first time, but this time around, I'm going to take the football. And it will be Central Virginia Tigers football. So the CV Tigers will have the football in great field position. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers, and they're at the 35-yard line. So CV cooking right now. That's a tough job to go after somebody twice, and Bailey Jr. was just ready for the play. And there's a run up the middle. And that was number 26, Ethan Ebanks, with the run. It'll be 2nd and 6 after a 4-yard run by Ebanks. And there's a handoff. Ebanks once again, this time on the right side. And it's close to the first. I don't know if he got it. It's going to be about a yard short. It'll be 3rd and 1. You got to look at this Tiger offensive line. There's a lot of size on that line. Led by number 99, Tavares Carter. And there's the give, Ebanks. Oh, what a great job by the Panthers defense. Ball was loose, but he was already on the ground. Boy, oh boy. That was number 2. With the tackle, Henry Patterson III. But it looks like he had enough to get the first down. They're going to say he got the first, so they gave him forward progress before the tackle. And so the Tigers get the first down.
1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 here for the Tigers. He's looking. He's got a man, and it is caught at the 1-yard line. What a catch. Wow, what a play. And you see our King Holloway finding his receiver, Isaiah Jackson, for the Tiger first down. What a pass and catch. And now the Tigers are knocking on the door to get the first points in this contest. So here we go. Holloway's going to take it himself into the end zone. Touchdown, Central Virginia Tigers. Our King Holloway into the end zone to put the Tigers on the board first. 6-0. Boy, oh boy, what a nice quick drive here for the CV Tigers. And now they're going to try to collect the extra point here. Holloway will give it to Ebanks, and Ebanks will find his way into the end zone for the two-point conversion. It's a 7-0 ball game. So it's going to be 7-0 Central Virginia Tigers with 3 minutes and 49 seconds left here in the first quarter. We'll be back in just a second here on the LegacyMaker Sports Network. And we are back. The Panthers will take control of it off the kickoff, and they're going to get brought down near the 40. And that's where the JR Panthers will start their next drive. So the Panthers tried to get things kind of going on that last drive, but Jacobs challenged Terrell Bailey twice on back-to-back plays, kind of the same pass play. First time Bailey was able to break it up. That second time they gave him the opportunity. He gets the pick. That pick leads to a CV Tigers touchdown. And now they're up 7-0 over the Panthers here. And we do have a timeout by the Panthers here with 3:01 left in the first quarter. Hey, everyone. Remember, the E2E podcast is back. If you want the latest youth football tea, the latest team updates, and insider stories from our VA football world, you don't want to miss a new episode every few weeks. Tune in, stay informed, and get ready for another legendary season. Listen now on our YouTube channel. So 1st and 10 here for the Panthers. Sitting at the 39-yard line. They try to see how things go here on this second drive for the Panthers. And here's a run and a solid pickup there. Tyree Samuels is the man with the run. Picks up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5. Two minutes, 30 seconds left. Panthers have almost 3 backs in the backfield with 1 receiver up top. Jacobs will give it off to his back. Oh, but there are a couple of Tigers there, and the first Tiger there is number 00 Jeffrey Cook Jr., who cooked his way up the middle to get the stop. It'll be 3rd and 6. That was a great job by the Tigers defensive line there, preventing the stop, but we have an injured Panther on the field. And so while they attend to him, we'll be back in just a second. It's time for another exciting season of E2E football, starting with Friday Night Lights, April the 4th, and weekly games starting Saturday, April the 5th. E2E is bringing the action, and they want you there. Bring your family, your friends, and let's pack the stands to support our student athletes as they compete, grow, and dominate the field. E2E is having a tournament this June. Mark your calendars, spread the word, and we'll see you on game day. This June, E2E football is hosting their inaugural AAU Invitational Tournament. Visit their website for more info at E2EFootball.com.
So third down here for the Panthers after the timeout. It'll be 3rd and 7. So between 6.5. We're going to say 3rd and 6.5 because that's what it really is. But 3rd and 6/7 here for the Panthers as they sit in between the 43 and the 42-yard line. Will dump it off to his back, and he will not get far at all. Holloway there for the Tigers, along with number 21, Isaiah Jackson. Those are the two that hooked up on that great pass on that first drive for the Tigers that led to a Tiger touchdown, making plays together on the defensive side. So now it's officially 4th and 7. They definitely lost a smidge on that one. So 4th and 7 from the 42-yard line with less than a minute left here in the third. Intrigued to see how the Panthers handle this 4th and 7. The Tigers were able to get down the field pretty easy on that first drive. Jacobs, under pressure, has to step up in the pocket. He's going to take it himself. He ends up sliding to protect himself because there were a host of Tigers in pursuit of him. And he slides and decides to just give up on the play. And the Tigers are going to take over in Panther territory here with 23.6 seconds left in the first quarter. It's a great start here defensively in this one for the Tigers. Now they'll have the ball at the 43-yard line in Panthers territory. They may be able to get a couple plays here before we switch sides of the field. Holloway will give it off to Ebanks, and Ebanks is met immediately. Wow, what a great job by the Panthers defense. Man, oh man. That was number 2. Flying Henry Patterson III. It was like a heat-seeking missile on that one. He came flying behind into that backfield to get the stop. And after that play, that will send us to the second quarter with the score. The CV Tigers 7, the JR Panthers 0. We'll be back in just a second here on the LegacyMaker Sports Network.
Dream Clean LLC with Darrell Jones. We specialize in commercial and residential cleaning, move-in/move out cleanings, post-construction cleaning, and organizational services. You can reach us at 804-933-5314 or on our Facebook page at Dream Clean LLC. Remember, get a Dream Clean with the Dream Team. Dream Clean LLC.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, second quarter underway. The CV Tigers have the football in Panther territory. Holloway drops it off to his receiver, and we've got a nice run developing here after the catch. And a nice first down for the CV Tigers. Number 23, Darrell Bailey Jr. The man gets the interception, and now he picks up a big play offensively. And now the Tigers are working their way to the Panthers' end zone. It'll be 1st and 10.
My bad.
So 1st and 10. Holloway decides to take it himself, and now Holloway still working his way inside as he will get inside of the 10 to make this a 1st and goal situation here for the Tigers. So now the Tigers see themselves with a chance to make this a 2-possession game. They start off with 2 straight first downs After Darrell makes a play, now Holloway makes a play, and see what they do here with two receivers, one at the top, one at the bottom, and one back in the backfield. Holloway, and we've got a flag on the play. And it's going to be a false start against the Tigers. And that'll drop them back 5 yards. And this will be first and goal from the 15. It's a really good job so far by this Tigers team. Offensively and defensively. The offense looks like they're working with ease right now as they get closer and closer to making this a two-possession game. Holloway in the gun. And he gives it off to number 90. And whoa, running his way, tumbling. He's still on his feet. Is he going to get in the end zone? And they're going to, I think he was so close there. But a nice catch and run there. That was Eddie Harrison Jr. But they gave the football to, and he just barreled his way to the 1 yard line, and now it's second and goal from the 1. And into the end zone, and it is a touchdown. Oh, and we've got a penalty on the play. That was Harrison that got the touchdown. They wanted him to finish the deal, but we've got a penalty, and that was probably going to be against the Tigers. We'll see. Looked like he spiked the ball in front of the Panthers player, but I don't know if somebody got pushed. It was a couple of things going on there. But nevertheless, the Tigers do get the points. So there's some discussion going on between the head ref and the coach for the Central Virginia Tigers, Pete Markham. And we saw Harrison spike the football. It looked like he spiked it in the direction of the Panther player, but, and like I said, it was kind of quick. I'm not sure if I saw may have been a push, but the referee is talking to both coaches and letting them know what's going on. And I guess we'll find out here in just a second how they want to handle this. It could be offsetting penalties. No, we see them bringing that football back. And they're going to bring it all the way back to the look like the 18-yard line. So the penalty was against the Tigers and for unsportsmanlike conduct. You can't do that. You just cannot do that. So they're going to try to get the extra point here from quite a bit of ways away. But this Tiger team hasn't had problems picking up big yards so far. See if they can get Holloway, they faked the handoff. They look towards the end zone. He overthrows it. He had Bailey there in the vicinity, but it goes over his head. And this will remain a 13-0 game as the CV Tigers are up 13-0 over the JR Panthers.
Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where it needs to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. Contact us at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-5111.
We are back. 8:05 left here in this first half. The Tigers up 13-0 over the Panthers. And the Panthers have to get something going offensively on this next drive because the way the Tigers are running things right now, it could be a long evening, but a nice run. I mean, a tough couple of yards there for number 5. Najee Hopkins-Jasper, who had to fight there to get those extra yards for the Panthers. But it will be 1st and 10. And they're sitting at the 47-yard line in their own territory. But great field position. Definitely gives them something to work with here. First and 10 for the Panthers from the 47. Two backs in the backfield, 3 receivers. Jacobs in the gun. Here's the give. And here's a nice little pickup here. There was Royal Bailey with the run. And Bailey will pick up 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. Second and 2 here. And there's the give up the middle. And guess who's there for the Tigers? What a great job there by number 8, Caden Bryce. Bryce did not play games on that one. He was waiting for the Panthers running back. It'll be 3rd down on a loss of 1. So it'll be 3rd and 3. 6 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the first half. Third and 3. A little bit of a high snap there. Jacobs will hand it off to his running back. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Panthers. And once again, giving it off to Royal Bailey. Bailey is quick. And he hit the gap on that one ever so smoothly to pick up a Panthers 1st down. 1st and 10. So now the Panthers offense starting to work a little here, get a little magic going. It'll be 1st and 10 at the, so they're at the 37, but we have a timeout on the field. We'll be back in just a second here on the LegacyMaker Sports Network.
Hey everyone, remember the E2E podcast is back. If you want the latest youth football tea, the latest team updates, and insider stories from our VA football world, you don't want to miss a new episode every few weeks. Tune in, stay informed, and get ready for another legendary season. Listen now on our YouTube channel. It's time for another exciting season of E2EU football, starting with Friday Night Lights April the 4th and weekly games starting Saturday, April the 5th. E2E is bringing the action, and they want you there. Bring your family, your friends, and let's pack the stands to support our student athletes as they compete, grow, and dominate the field.
1st and 10 here for the Panthers. And we got a flag on the play. And it looks like we actually may have a timeout here by the Tigers. So we do have a timeout by the Tigers. Coach Atkinson didn't like the fact that the timeout was called, and the referee clearly said this is not the NFL. And then back-to-back timeouts are allowed. So we'll be back after this timeout, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so 1st and 10 here for the Panthers. Here's the give to his back, who's going to get a couple yards on that one, get across the 35 to the 34. That was number 3, Zion Jones, Zay Hill. It's Zion Jones with the run on that one. It'll be second down. Panthers drive. Still pushing along. Giving it to the running back, and he's going to try to get to the outside there, but he's pushed out of bounds near the 33. And that was number 1 on the carry, Tajay Samuels. So now third down coming up. And it's going to be about 3rd and 7, maybe 3rd and 6. Didn't get that much on that one. And they are now sitting at the 33-yard line. Three minutes and 45 seconds left here in the first half. It's a 2-possession lead for the Central Virginia Tigers over the JR Panthers, but the Panthers are driving. They need a first down here desperately to keep this momentum going. Jacobs in the gun. Wait a minute, a little trickery. It's intercepted. Another interception here for the Tigers. And a drive that was looking very promising comes to an end with a Tiger interception. That was a great job there. And now the Tigers take over. Man, the Tigers defense get their second pick of the day. And right when the Panthers were starting to get things going offensively. Uh-oh, and now Holloway breaking loose with a nice run and pickup. But it will be a first down here for the CV Tigers. And this is what they did on that last drive. They kept picking up first downs, and the only second down they had was when they were second and goal from the 1. So 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. 2 minutes and 47 seconds. We have an official timeout, and we'll be back in just a sec. So 1st and 10 here for this Tigers football team. We're playing amazing right now offensively. Sitting at the 49-yard line. And now Holloway's looking, and he caught it! Oh no, he dropped it at the last second. He was looking for Bailey Jr. Bailey Jr., who's already had a great catch today, wasn't able to bring that one in. Second down. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes, 27 seconds on the clock here. In our second game, the Tigers up 13-0 over the Panthers. And then Holloway fakes the give. Now he's going to try to get to the outside, and a great tackle. Great tackle there by number 5, Najee Hopkins-Jasper. It'll be 3rd down. And you just saw Hopkins-Jasper just come flying across the field to make the stop. So now with 1 minute and 40 left, still trying to get his first. Holloway is going to look for somebody, and it's caught! This time, is that Bailey Jr.? It is. What a catch. As he continues to have an amazing game. Darrell Bailey Jr., his second big catch of the day. He had one that got him to the 1-yard line on that first drive. He gets another big first down with this one. And now 1st and 10. Just when the Panthers defense was starting to get momentum. Now Holloway will take the snap, makes a couple of moves, and now to the outside he goes, and he's going to run out of bounds near the 18-yard line, but he picks up a couple. Panthers have to get a stop here because the Tigers are looking to get a 3-possession lead heading into the half. And this Tigers offense has been clicking on all cylinders here in this 14U matchup here on Friday Night Lights. E2E football here on the LegacyMaker Sports Network. 2nd and 7. Holloway looking. He's got his man, and is that once again Bailey? It is. Bailey Jr. gets him a little bit closer to a first down. It'll be 3rd and 1. Holloway and Bailey Jr. have a connection, and it's been working all night. 45 seconds left, and we're going to get a timeout by the Tigers with 45.7 seconds left on the clock. We'll be back to try to bring you the rest of this first half here on the LegacyMaker Sports Network.
E2E is having a tournament this June. Mark your calendars, spread the word, and we'll see you on game day. This June, E2E Football is hosting their inaugural AAU Invitational Tournament. Visit their website for more info at e2efootball.com.
Third and 1 here for the Tigers. They only need a yard to pick up a first down. And here's the handoff, and that's Ebanks, and Ebanks will get them to about the 6-yard line. He looked like he may have dropped the ball, but he was on the ground by that time. 35 seconds left with a first down picked up. They're trying to hurry up and get in here. Holloway looking into the end zone, and it is knocked away. Terrible camera work by this guy here. That was my bad. 2nd and goal. Holloway looking, Rolls to his right, will dump it off, and he's not able to bring that in. 18 seconds left. So now 3rd and goal. They're sitting at the 6. 18.8 seconds left here in the first half. Tigers threatening to make this a 3-possession game. They got 2 backs in the backfield. That's Harrison Jr., who's already got a touchdown today. And they hand it off to E. Banks, I believe that is him, into the end zone, and that's a touchdown. And what a great run by Ethan Ebanks as he makes this a 19-0 contest with 11.1 seconds left here in the quarter. And the Tigers have done nothing here but just play amazing football. Holloway will give it off to his back, but they run into each other. I don't know if was he still able to get it. He's going to be short. He was trying to get it. Over to number 42, Sean Backus, who got close there to bringing it in, but he was stopped short at the 1. That will make this, keep the score at a 19-0 contest right now. All CV Tigers. They are in complete control in this one with 11.1 seconds left in the half. Our first game tonight, we saw the Metro Rams defeat the Henrico Chargers 14-6. The Rams getting their first victory of the season. And now we see a Tigers team impressively trying to get their first win of the season, up 19-0. And Williams will kick the ball away. Takes a couple of bounces and is taken around the 24-yard line. And a nice run going on here. Gets close to the 50. That was Samuels on the run. Tackled by Caden Davis. Davis, who got the interception for the Tigers the last time the Panthers had the football. And so with 2.2 seconds left, Coach Atkinson has a decision to make if he's just going to take a knee here and head to the half, or he's going to try to maybe air one out here to finish up the first half. Who knows, maybe a little Jaden Daniels magic at this point to try to at least get some momentum going into the half. So they're still trying to figure some things out here. Maybe wrong football. Looks like they got everything straight. So 1st and 10 as they sit at the 48-yard line. I wonder where the Panthers go with this one. So they got 3 receivers up top, and it looks like 3 receivers at the bottom. So there's 3 offensive linemen, maybe 4 offensive linemen here. 3 receivers up top, 3 receivers at the bottom, and just Jacobs in the backfield. He has to give it up quick. He gives it to Bailey, and now Bailey, who's quite the runner, will get to the 32-yard line, picks up the first, and a little bit of unnecessary push at the end of that one. But nevertheless, cooler heads do prevail, and that will send us to halftime, where the Central Virginia Tigers hold a commanding 19-0 lead over the JR Panthers. I'm Darrell, Owens, LegacyMaker Sports Network. We'll be back here in about 10 minutes to bring you the second half of action.
Hey everyone, remember the E2E podcast is back. If you want the latest youth football tea, the latest team updates, and insider stories from our VA football world, you don't want to miss a new episode every few weeks. Tune in, stay informed, and get ready for another legendary season. Listen now on our YouTube channel. It's time for another exciting season of E2EU football, starting with Friday Night Lights April the 4th and weekly games starting Saturday, April the 5th. E2E is bringing the action, and they want you there. Bring your family, your friends, and let's pack the stands to support our student athletes as they compete, grow, and dominate the field. E2E is having a tournament this June. Mark your calendars, spread the word, and we'll see you on game day. This June, E2E Football is hosting their inaugural AAU Invitational Tournament. Visit their website for more info at e2efootball.com. Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board is one of 39 Virginia Community Services Boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988. Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters and T, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. Legendary Culture Films, one of the hottest and upcoming movie production companies, would like to let you know about a couple movies that they have out currently, and one of them on the way. First, the movie Black Sheep, currently airing on Tubi, is about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. It is a great movie. If you want to catch it, it's on Tubi right now. Another great movie that's coming to Tubi soon, Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock seeking revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It is coming soon from Legendary Culture Films. And a new movie in development, Boys in the Woods. That should be a very interesting one coming from Legendary Culture Films. Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-5111. Dream Clean LLC with De'Ara Jones. They do commercial, residential, move-in/move out, post-construction, and organizational services. You can reach us at 804-933-5314. And remember, you can get a Dream Clean with the Dream Team. Dream Clean LLC. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002. Or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Last but not least, Quality Exterior Services, LLC. Our services: lawn maintenance, gutter cleaning, pressure washing, flower bed maintenance, yard cleanup, and much more. We are licensed and insured commercially and residential. About us, services also include basic gardening tasks such as planting perennials, annuals, shrubs, and trees, lawn and garden maintenance services such as mowing, trimming, and pruning. We service the areas of Amelia, Blackstone, Chesterfield, Farmville, and all of the surrounding counties. So you can reach us at 804-591-6027. And remember, at Quality Exterior Services, LLC, your yard is our priority. And while you're surfing the web, why don't you head on over to the LegacyMaker Sports Network's social media pages and website. You can reach our website at www.legacymakersports.com. You can reach us on our Facebook page at LegacyMaker Sports Network, on Twitter at LegacyMaker SPN. We also know that is X. And on Instagram at LegacyMaker Sports, YouTube at LegacyMaker Sports, LinkedIn at LegacyMaker Sports Network, and on TikTok at LegacyMaker Sports. So go out there, give us a like and a subscribe, and follow us on our social media pages.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Third quarter. Panthers are down 19-0 to the Central Virginia Tigers, and the Tigers are getting the football back here to start the second half, and the Tigers' offense has been clicking on all cylinders. The Panthers had a drive where it looked like things were starting to pick up for them, and then a big interception by Caden Davis changed all of that. And then the Tigers would take advantage of the situation. And after this kickoff, the Tigers will take it out to the 28-yard line. Speaking of Davis, he took it out there for the Tigers. It'll be 1st and 10 for CV as they will try to extend their lead just a little bit more. Already up 19-0. So 1st and 10 for Holloway and the CV Tigers. We've seen Holloway and Bailey Jr. really get things clicking in the passing game, and this time they hand it off to number 42, Sean Backus. Backus may have gotten a yard on that one. They may have not gotten none at all. It was close. Let's see what they marked it. He may have just got back to the line of scrimmage. And it looks like that is the case. They get maybe an inch. They look like they moved it up a smidget. So 2nd and 10. Looking for it all, and it is intercepted by the Panthers. A much-needed defensive play for the JR Panthers. Bailey will get the tackle, but a big pick. And that one intercepted there. That's the 3rd pick overall in this contest. That was Chase Baylor who got the interception for the Panthers. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers as they sit at the 39-yard line now in Tiger territory. But a great way for the Panthers to start this second half defensively as they get the pick. And now we'll see Javon Jacobs and his crew try to get the offense of the Panthers going in the right direction. Well, they've got a good spot to get started here with 8 minutes and 37 seconds left in the third. Jacobs in the gun. Jacobs under a little pressure, has to try to step up in the pocket. He is brought down behind the line. And a great job there by the Tigers defense. There was a couple of Tigers in on that one. Backus was there. Holloway was there. So it'll be 2nd down here and about 2nd down and 15. And here's a give. He tries to get to the outside, but Ebanks is there with the stop for the Tigers. And unfortunately for Jones, he could not get anywhere. And so we've got a timeout here. With 7:09 left here in the third quarter, the Panthers have the football, trying to get things going offensively. We'll be back here in just a second. Third down and about 18. Well, they made 17, so we got third and 17 here. Jones tries to get to the outside, and a great job defensively there for the Tigers. That was number 21, Isaiah Jackson, who got a hand in to knock down the screen pass. And that's going to bring up fourth down. And once again, the Tigers defense comes up in the clutch. And another tough decision here for the Panthers. They're down early. So here we go, fourth down. There's a Jones in the gun here with three receivers up top, one at the bottom, and Jones is going to go for his man, and it's intercepted. Guess who it is? You already know. No, that's Ebanks. I thought that was Darrell Bailey Jr., but Ebanks, who's got a touchdown on the day, gets the interception. That's interception number 3 for the Tigers defense. And there is was a man down, but he seems to be able to get up. But, man, another interception for the CV Tigers, and they have the football with 6 minutes and 28 seconds left here in the third. And the Tigers defense has been phenomenal. And it's a large part to that defensive line, creating a lot of pressure. And then seeing the defensive backs just take full advantage of it. Now we got a handoff up the middle. He gets to about the 41-yard line as Ebanks gets the pick, now runs for a strong 5 yards, it looks like, so it'll be 2nd and 5. So 2nd and 5 from the 45-yard line. 5 minutes and 44 seconds left here in the third quarter. There's a give to Ebanks, and Ebanks lost the football. The Panthers got it. Will they say? Oh, the referee's going to say he was on the ground. That could have been huge for the Panthers. But they're going to say Ebanks was on the ground. That would have been a huge break for the Panthers. They need some type of momentum, some type of momentum play that go in their favor here. The Tigers have just done a good job offensively this entire game. They did have to throw that pick on their first drive here in the second half, but besides that, they've been pretty flawless. So 3rd and 9. Holloway under some pressure. He slipped and fell, and the Panthers take advantage. So number 24 will be credited with the sack. That's Makari Young. So now 4th down. And about 7 here. Excuse me, 4th down and about 17. And we've got a timeout on the play. So with 4 minutes and 9 seconds left here in the third quarter, the Tigers in control 19-0 over the Panthers. So 4th down here. Oh, it looks like they're going to still try to do something here, and they're going to get stuffed. He lost the football, and the Panthers will get it in great field position. Tried to get it to Jackson. Jackson couldn't control it, and the Panthers defense will capture the football and have the ball in great field position with a chance to get their first points of the contest. 3 minutes and 57 seconds left here in the third. Beautifully done here, ladies and gentlemen. Beautifully done by the Panthers defense. And now the chance to try to get those first points. So they've got two backs, 2 receivers. And we got a false start called against the Panthers. So not the way you want to start this drive. So 1st and 15 now. It'll be at the 1st and 15 at the 28-yard line, it looks like. It's a really tough go here for the Panthers. Don't want to start the drive that way with the penalty, but still can bounce back. Down 19-0. But they can get those first points here if they can put a drive together. 1st and 15 from the 28. Here's the give to his back to the outside, looking to get it in the end zone, and he's going to get stopped inside of the 5 near the 2-yard line. Oh, there's a holding call against the Panthers. Oh, man. So now the Panthers, that's a big blow. A nice run, about a 25-yard run that got him inside of the 5, will be called back for holding. And that's going to make this maybe 1st and 25 here, depending on. And it looks like they're going to put him at the 36-yard line. Here's the give. And he is stopped immediately. It's Holloway there with the stop. So 2nd down coming up. So second and 25 here. Sitting at the 38-yard line, and we got a player bleeding, and I believe that is number 9, Justin Shaw Jr. So they'll get him checked out. But 1:48 left here in the third. Panthers sitting at the 38-yard line, but it's 2nd and 25. Jones in the gun with 2 backs. There's a give to the outside. And a nice little run here. Still on his feet, looking to get in the end zone, and that's a touchdown for the Panthers. What a nice run. And there is a player down in the end zone for the Tigers. But a great run there for the 38-yard touchdown run by Tyree Samuels. And Samuels, who's had himself a extremely great day. And we do have a player down, so while they're attending to the player, we'll go to commercial. But the Panthers get on the board for the first time. It's 19-6 while they attend the player, 10 on the player. We'll be back here in a second on the Legacy Maker Sports Network.
Quality Exterior Services, LLC, where your yard is our priority. Our services: lawn maintenance, gutter cleaning, pressure washing, flower bed maintenance, yard cleanup, and much, much more. Our services include basic gardening tasks such as planting perennials, annuals, shrubs, and trees, lawn and garden maintenance services like mowing, trimming, and pruning. Areas that we serve: Amelia, Blackstone, Chesterfield, Farmville, and all of the surrounding counties. We are licensed and insured, commercial and residential. Remember, your yard is our priority, and you can reach us at 804-591-6027. Legendary Culture Films, one of the hottest and upcoming movie production companies, would like to let you know about a couple movies that they have out currently, and one of them on the way. First, the movie Black Sheep, currently airing on Tubi, is about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. It is a great movie. If you want to catch it, it's on Tubi right now. Another great movie that's coming to Tubi soon, Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock seeking revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It is coming soon from Legendary Culture Films. And a new movie in development, Boys in the Woods. That should be a very interesting one coming from Legendary Culture Films.
So the injury, or at least the injured player on that one, was number 8, Caden Bryce. It took him a while to kind of get up. They got him up, and he's walking around now being attended by trainers. But while they're doing that, we see that the Panthers have scored their first points in this one. It is 19-6 right now, and they have a chance right now to go and make this a little, like a little less than about a 12-point game. See if they can make that happen here. Already a 2-possession game, but this is what they were looking for. They needed to get some offensive production. And here's the run into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchdown. Oh, the 2-point conversion is good, I should say. And now we see this Panthers team with a with a conversion that puts them at 7 points. It'll be 19-7 here with 1:15 left in the third quarter. And just a great job by the Panthers on that drive. A 38-yard touchdown run by Tajay Samuels. And the Panthers will get prepared to kick the ball off here. A 1:15 left here in the third. And here's the kick. Takes a bounce near the 25, picked up around the 21-yard line. And a host of Panthers in on that tackle there. That was Davis on the run. And the Tigers will start their next drive from there.
First and 10 Tigers.
A minute left in this third quarter as we get closer and closer to the fourth. Tigers trying to hold on to that lead. They're up by 12 at the moment, 19-7. This might be their one and only play left in the third. With 25 seconds left. Holloway's in the gun. And he gives it off to his back. That's Ebanks. And that will send us to the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. With the score, the CV Tigers 19 and the JR Panthers 7. As we enter quarter number 4. Here on the LegacyMaker Sports Network. This has been E2E Football's Friday Night Lights. Here on opening night. The opening games of the 2025 spring season. We'll be back in just a second.
Hey everyone, remember the E2E podcast is back. If you want the latest youth football tea, the latest team updates, and insider stories from our VA football world, you don't want to miss a new episode every few weeks. Tune in, stay informed, and get ready for another legendary season. Listen now on our YouTube channel. It's time for another exciting season of E2E Youth Football, starting with Friday Night Lights, April the 4th, and weekly games starting Saturday, April the 5th. E2E is bringing the action, and they want you there. Bring your family, your friends, and let's pack the stands to support our student athletes as they compete, grow, and dominate the field.
We're back here, 2nd and 7, and Holloway running for a first down here for the Tigers, and a nice run by Holloway. What a good day for Arcane Holiday. He's thrown the ball well, made some nice run plays to put the Tigers in great position, made a couple of nice plays on defense. He's a big reason the Tigers are in front 19-7. So 1st and 10 after Holloway's run. Now he's going to look. He's got a receiver, and he is mauled over there. What a hit there by number 7 there for the Panthers. And he came flying in. It's not the first time that he's made a great play today. That's Mikael Bullock. He made a great play in the first half, came flying in like an old torpedo, making a great tackle in the backfield. And now it's 2nd down here. 8 minutes and 40 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Here's the give to Backus. Backus trying to get somewhere, but now the Panthers defense said no, sir. Number 13, Jason Mosby, was the first Panther there. So now 3rd down. A little quick sports news for those out there. If you're tuned in, just to give you a heads up, we've got one ticket punched into the women's Final Four. The defending national champions, the South Carolina Gamecocks, beat Texas 74-57 to advance to the national championship game. And once again, the Panthers defense with another great play. That was Harrison Jr. trying to get something going, but the Panthers defense cranking it up. And so now it's 4th down and 7. So it'll be interesting to see here if the Tigers will go for it. I'm assuming that they are. They haven't punted the football in this contest. And they are very capable of picking up this 7 yards. But here's the kicker. If you don't get this, you put the Panthers in a good position to continue their momentum. It looks like it's going to be a punt this time. Harrison barely gets it off, and that one shoots down, rolls all the way to the trying not to touch it, rolls all the way down to about the 32-yard line. Now, it wasn't the prettiest punt, but it did the job. And that'll have the Panthers with the football here. And we've got a potential re-kick going on here. I think they're going to re-kick this football, and Six minutes and 58 seconds left here in this 4th quarter. Now I'm intrigued because, I mean, we know that they end up punting the football. Do they try to trick here and then go for it? But I think you still see Harrison back there. Harrison will punt it away. And this one, actually, you know what? If they had kept the first one, it would have been better off for them. And Bailey will down it at the 41-yard line. If that first one would have stuck, that would put the Panthers at the 32-yard line in their own territory. But this one will have them at the 41-yard line, and a lot better field position for the Panthers. Now with 6 minutes and 58 seconds left, if they can get down the field, score pretty quick here, their defense is cranked up here in the last possession or so. If they can score here, this is a one-possession game. Both games so far have been very entertaining. The Metro Rams winning 14-6 over the Henrico Chargers in that 6U matchup in our first game. And now we got a very competitive one here with the Panthers and the Tigers. Tigers jumped onto that 19-0 lead. Oh, the ball is loose on the ground. This is a disaster if the Tigers picked it up, and they did. Tavares Carter, the big man, with the fumble recovery. That was huge and terrible timing for the Panthers. And so 1st and 10 for the Tigers, and the worst possible scenario for the Panthers. Had the ball back with a chance to make this a one-possession game, and on the first play of the drive, a fumble gives the Tigers the football back. And here we go, 1st and 10. And there's the give to Ebanks. Ebanks, who's got a touchdown on the day, will get it to the 31-yard line. Ebanks also has an interception on the day for the Tigers. So offensively and defensively, Ebanks has had himself quite the day. Now it's going to be 2nd and 5 here for the Tigers. And if you're the Tigers, you are killing as much clock as possible here with this 2-possession lead. And they're going to milk every second that they can and play keep away. So here we go, 2nd and 5. Ebanks, it's a little bit of some trickery there. Holloway is still on his feet. It's going to be a 1st down for the Tigers. Our King Holloway has continued to have himself a phenomenal day. RPO action on that one had everybody thinking Ebanks, including myself, had the football. And then Holloway said, nope, I'm going to take it and pick up another Tiger 1st down. And now the Tigers closer to making this, once again, a 3-possession game. We're under 5 minutes left in this one with 4 minutes and 55 seconds left in the fourth. What a performance tonight by the Tigers, offensively and defensively. Only one real mistake, and that was that interception thrown at the beginning of the second half. And now we got three backs in the backfield. They give it off to Harris, and he's going to get a couple there. And it's going to be second down. About a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6. They're sitting at the 7-yard line. They can get to the 1 and pick up another first down, so they don't have to score here. They can still pick up a first down. With Backus, Harrison, and Ebanks in the backfield. And Ebanks is brought down right away. Three minutes and 45 seconds left. Third and about 9 after a 3-yard loss. And so the Tigers will get it all the way down to 3 minutes and 13 seconds and then call a timeout. Tigers up 19-7 over the Panthers here in the fourth quarter. Back here from the timeout. 3 minutes and 13 seconds left. 3rd and 9 here for the Tigers. Now Holloway trying to roll to the outside to his left. And oh my God, he's sacked. And the ball was loose, and the Panthers were that close to picking it up. They're saying they have the football, but I think this is going to stay with the Tigers. Oh, no. I think they're going to give this football to the Panthers. Well, big turn of events here. Big turn of events. But this is what they needed. But they still have to score quick. Being down 2 possessions here with 3 minutes and 3 seconds left here in the fourth. And now the Panthers have a chance to try to get some more points up on the board. So Jones in the gun here for the Panthers. There's a give off, and now he's going to try to go to the outside here, and he slipped near the 22-yard line. And he picks up about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Two minutes and 15 seconds left in the fourth, and the time is slipping away here for the Panthers. The Tigers close to getting that first win of the season. There's the give. And to the outside he goes. He's pushing hard to try to pick up this first. Still hanging in there. Oh, that's a first down. That was a great effort with a little assist from the teammates there for Tajay Samuels. So first down. And we have a player down here with 1:56 left. And so while they're checking in on that player, we'll be back here in just a second here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. And so that was Arking Holloway that was down on that play, but he seems to be okay now. They're able to get him off the field. And Jacobs will find his receiver, but he doesn't go far. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. So he lost a yard on that one, 2nd and 11. A minute 15 left here, and the Panthers' chances are pretty slim. Doesn't look too positive right now with a minute left. Tigers looking like they have this first game of the season on lock. Panthers are not going to go down without a fight, though. Kick to the outside, and now he's cutting. Still, and he's going to break loose. A big run for the Panthers and a first down on the play. What a great run. And then stopping the clock in the process, picking up a big first down. Guess who that is? Tajay Samuels. He's got the touchdown today for the Panthers. He's had a really good day for the Panthers. It'll be 1st and 10 for the JR Panthers. So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Panthers, who are still hanging in there. And it's almost intercepted. Harrison was there, counted to break it up. It might have been by accident, but he was just happened to be in the area as Jones was trying to find his tight end. Jacobs was trying to find his tight end and just couldn't get it done. Harrison was there with the breakup. It's 2nd down. 41 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. 41 seconds away from a Tiger victory. Here's the thing. I mean, 41 seconds, still a lot of time. If you score quick, onside kicks is still an opportunity. Here's Jacobs looking for it all, and it is tipped. But he threw it once again in the direction of Darrell Bailey. And Darrell Bailey's already got a pick today and a big-time deflection, or breakup, I should say, earlier in the game. Yeah, but you got to give Jacobs credit. He has not been afraid to challenge him throughout this one. Only problem is Bailey has won most of those battles. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout here by the Panthers. 36.9 seconds left here in the fourth. So 3rd and 10 here. They give it off, and here's a run of runs coming up for the Panthers, and they're going to have to get up to the line quick. They get inside the 15 to the 14 with 26.7 seconds, but a first down in the process. Like I said, they have to score quick. Quick. And we've got a timeout by the Tigers this time with 26.7 seconds. First and 10 here for the Panthers. 26 seconds left. Looking, and it is all. He could not bring it in. And Bailey was there in the vicinity. Second down coming up. Second and 10 from the 19. Jacobs looking across the middle, and he's got Bailey. This time, that was Royal Bailey. Last play here. They're trying to get some points in beforehand, and he spikes it with 4.4 seconds left. And so this is very interesting here. That could be the game. He was in the gun when he did the spike. And that could have been a runoff, but it looks like they're going to let it play out here with 4.4 seconds left. Tigers 4 seconds away from the victory. But the Panthers are going to try to get some points up on the board beforehand. 4 seconds left. Jacobs looking, pumps one time into the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown. It may not be the result they would want, but Samuels gets in for a Panthers touchdown, making a 19-13 game. But it looks like that's it. There won't be no extra point attempt, and that is a final here in this one. The Central Virginia Tigers win this one 19-13 over the Junior Panthers. Once again, everybody, we'd like to thank you all for joining us for Friday Night Lights, E2E football opening night for the 2025 spring season. We're excited about what we will have go on throughout the season. Tomorrow, a full slate of games. Make sure you check over at the E2E website to see where these games will take place. You can go on the social media pages. They'll also let you know where those games will be at. So if you want to catch some great football tomorrow, make sure you check in with E2E and get in and enjoy some great football tomorrow. Here on the LegacyMaker Sports Network, we have our next broadcast tomorrow at 6 p.m. where the Virginia Royals will take on the Southern Maryland Regulators in some semi-pro action at 6 p.m. So if you want to come in and check that out, make sure you head on over there for that. But like I said, a lot of great E2E action tomorrow. It should be fun, some great teams, and just the beginning of what should be a really great season. I'm Darrell Owens, LegacyMaker Sports Network. Thank you all once again for tuning in.
Hey, everyone. Remember, the E2E podcast is back. If you want the latest youth football tea, the latest team updates, and insider stories from our VA football world, you don't want to miss a new episode every few weeks. Tune in, stay informed, and get ready for another legendary season. Listen now on our YouTube channel. It's time for another exciting season of E2E youth football, starting with Friday Night Lights, April the 4th, and weekly games starting Saturday, April the 5th. E2E is bringing the action, and they want you there. Bring your family, your friends, and let's pack the stands to support our student athletes as they compete, grow, and dominate the field. E2E is having a tournament this June. Mark your calendars, spread the word, and we'll see you on game day. This June, E2E Football is hosting their inaugural AAU Invitational Tournament. Visit their website for more info at e2efootball.com.